That's right. Transcending time and actually getting what you desire for through manifestation is actually an instantaneous process. However, the problem is that many people have incorrect definitions of what manifestation actually is. Because until you actually fix your definitions, then you won't go to the right direction. And if you don't go the right direction, you will actually never get to your desired reality. And here's the thing, many people think that manifestation and transcending time, like we're gonna be discussing in this video, is actually pertaining to the physical plane, right? Because we as human beings, we live on three planes of existence: mental, spiritual, and physical. But, but here's the catch 98 or like 90% of people actually only live stuck and are emotionally dependent on the physical plane. That's why they always want to change it. That's why they always try to do manifestation to change the physical plane. But they don't realize this. The mental plane and the spiritual plane are the realms of cause, and the physical plane is only the realm of effect. That's right. Your physical reality or the universe, the third dimensional realm, whatever you want to call it, it's all interchangeable terms, are nothing more but just reflections of your subconscious mind. It's just a one on one reflection. And think about it. If you are emotionally dependent on the physical world to change, if you want to see something change in the physical world for you to feel something, then that's like looking into the mirror wanting to see it smile before you do, because the mirror will, of course, obviously, never smile before you do. And here's the catch, so many people live like this. But let's now fix your definition of manifestation so that we can get you on the right track. The manifestation definition that I believe to be the correct one, and according to my favorite manifestation teacher of all time, Nero Knowledge, manifestation is internally shifting to a degree to which you are no longer emotionally dependent upon seeing reality change. Now, a couple of important things that I must emphasize: internally shifting, meaning that you shift your emotional dependence from the physical world to the mental and to the spiritual world. And don't worry, we're gonna get into that. Then, until you are no longer emotionally dependent upon seeing reality change. Reality means physical reality, or what we can also conceptualize as the universe, the third dimensional realm, like I already said, it's all the same thing. Pretty much what you can see around yourself, that's the physical world. But you see, the physical world, like I already said, is nothing more than just a one-on-one copy of your subconscious mind. And also, we can go really deep into this. We can break it down scientifically through the observer experiment, through quantum entanglement, through even the fact that all the way back in the 19th century, scientists made so many discoveries. Like, for example, the fact that subatomic particles are made of wave potentials, like that have infinite potentiality, which is scarily similar to the fact that our creator is nothing more than an infinite consciousness that is beyond the third dimension. It's just insane. So, the physical reality is nothing more than just a one on one reflection of our subconscious mind, and we can also break it down esoterically through religious scriptures, like, for example, on earth as it is on heaven, through the Hermetic philosophy, which we're gonna get into slowly in this video. As above, so below. As above, meaning, physical reality, and so below means, your mental world, because your mental world is actually what reveals the physical world to you. It doesn't create it, because the creation process has already been done by our infinite creator. What you do is you only reveal it through aligning yourself vibrationally to it. And even when you realize it like this, your eyes, they don't actually take in electromagnetic they don't actually see reality itself, sorry. They only take in 0.0035% of the entire electromagnetic spectrum, and they send these electromagnetic waves into the brain. And then your brain builds an image of what it thinks it is seeing based on its level of consciousness. That's right. When the Bible says God and all of these figures, it is nothing more than just a collection of allegories that basically tell you how your mind works. So now that you know that the mental plane is the realm of cause and that the physical plane is nothing more than the realm of effect, we must change your definitions of change from the physical plane to the mental plane so that you can finally take back control of your life and you can stop letting the universe basically disappoint you all the time. And you can start quite literally controlling the universe and molding it however you like it. And before you think that this is some kind of new age spiritual bullshit, then just think about it like this. You don't need external confirmation for the fact that you know that you can breathe. You're breathing subconsciously right now, and you're taking it for granted. However, when it comes to something else like making a certain income milestone, then you look for the external world to confirm it to you, right? You try to upload so many videos per week, you try to up your work ethic so much, but you can't outrun your frequency. If you're calibrated in the state of mind, self concept, frequency, consciousness, mind, imagination, whatever you want to call it, of a person that is trying to make that certain income source, then like we already described, on earth as it is in heaven, if you're on the mental plane needy for it, then the physical plane has no choice but to reflect it. And sure, the physical plane, it has a law of rhythm, meaning that a swing to the right always has a swing to the left, meaning that sometimes you will get closer to it, you will get more results, and then you will get motivated to do even more work. But that's not how it's supposed to work. You need to internalize it so much in your subconscious mind that you don't even that you don't even need to see external confirmation anymore. And here's how you do it. You get into a deep, relaxed, meditative position. Now, relax basically means that all your muscles just basically relax. You don't feel any tension at all, and you can just go into the internal world without any distractions. Once you do that, you need to imagine a scene that is completely reflective of the desired reality that you seek. Whether that is making an income source, whether that is regaining your health, whether that is some kind of a person, you must make the scene unique to you. You must ask yourself, what do I truly want to see that would confirm once and for all that this is now the truth and that my reality is behaving like this? And once you do that, once you shift internally to such a degree that you are no longer emotionally dependent upon seeing reality change, until your subconscious mind accepts it so much through emotional charge that you created with that image or through that affirmation or whatever kind of technique you wish to choose, because it is not about the technique, it's about the emotional conviction that you put into that technique that makes it work. Once you do that and your subconscious mind accepts it so much to such a degree that you don't look for it in the outside world, and you accept it to such a degree that you accept it like breathing and just do it on autopilot, like you feel like you're making that 10K per month pretty much effortlessly, like breathing, and that you don't even need to look for the outside world for confirmation. Because, funny thing is, billionaires and millionaires don't even look at their accounts anymore, on their bank accounts, because they know that that money just comes in pretty much automatically. They don't have to do anything, and they have so much money that they don't even have to control it anymore. They don't even need to be afraid of spending it all. Like, you don't need to check your breathing every 5 seconds, right? Or every 5 minutes, unless you actually have some breathing problems, which in that case, yeah. But you understand what I'm trying to say. And once you do that, you quite literally transcend time because you use the aspect of our infinite creator within yourself. And that aspect of our infinite creator is above the laws of the universe. It is above the illusions of our third dimensional realm, which are time and space. And once you do that, you change your consciousness. And when you change your consciousness, specifically your subconscious mind, then your physical reality will start to remold itself to reflect it. And best thing is, you won't even feel surprised anymore. And it will come even so fast. And in the most efficient way possible that you'll be even surprised a little bit by how fast it actually came. But at that point, you will just accept it as something normal. And so that's how you transcend time and manifest instantly. You use the aspect of the infinite within you, which is by going out of the physical world and that you completely focus on the internal world and you use the aspect of our creator, which is your imagination, and then you use it to create a scene that you loop over and over and over again until your intuition says that you can just stop, because all we're doing right over here is not actually focusing on the repetition. All we're doing is focusing on the emotional charge that you create by indulging in the details of that image that you created. Because think about it, they say that the language of the subconscious mind is repetition, but that's not specifically true. Because think about it, a person needs to be traumatized once for their entire reality to change. Think about it. It's the truth. And that's how it goes. That's literally the game. That's how you transcend time and manifest instantly. And when you come back to this video after doing that technique and you still say, but it doesn't work, and all of these kinds of things, that's still a sign that you still haven't shifted internally. Because a true sign of shifting internally means that your subconscious mind accepts it to such a degree that you don't even care about it anymore. You don't check your bank account details. Like, for example, that millionaire, like we just said, you don't check your breathing every 5 seconds to make sure that you're breathing so that you can stay alive, unless you have some breathing problems, of course. You won't need to see it anymore. You will just adopt a state of consciousness where you're at peace, joyful, loved, where you're just happy that you exist, where nothing can hurt you, where you have so much money that you instantly also unlock time and location freedom, that you don't even need to see it and make it be confirmed to you through the physical plane because you already know it is the truth. So whenever you ask yourself the when is it gonna materialize, that's a sign that you need to go back and that you need to indulge in that scene again and create that strong emotional charge that will confirm it to your subconscious mind that it is now the truth. And by the way, don't worry about the how. The how is up to our infinite creator, or where you want to conceptualize it as our subconscious mind, to basically rearrange people, conditions, circumstances, timings, and events that will get you there in the most efficient way as possible. So after you shift internally on the mental and on the spiritual planes, you must also take physical action. Don't think that I'm some kind of a new age guru that just says that you just need to sit on your bed eating Doritos all day and just visualize endlessly. No, no, no. You just you need to take physical action also, because for anything to change in the physical plane, you must take physical action. But what's more important than the action that you take is the mental and emotional state where you take the action from. And then, once you have the right mental and emotional state, you basically do the things that your intuition emotionally compels you to do. That's it. That's the game itself. By the way, if you're more interested about manifestation, about fixing your mindsets, and getting the same results as these kinds of people, and by the way, they haven't seen a single life lesson from that course, then you can check out my Timeless Reader's Mindsets. But no pressure, of course. It is just something that if you grow to like me, you can check it out. But until then, take care, my Timeless Reader.